Well, as I started off here, I was a van driver. Really good, hard work. Great set of chaps on the vans with you. Varied, interesting. It's really good. I enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, from day to day, you go out on the van. You got your paperwork ready to go. So you go out, you pick up the furniture, you come back, you stock it, you shop it, put it in the shop. I mean, I've been out of work for 4 years. And that's devastating, to be honest with you. It was down to an injury. I'd had an old job, and confidence was low. I wasn't feeling very good at all, to be honest with you. And then, like I say, I was given a chance down here, and it's built me up to what I am today, to be honest with you. This last 5 years, I've gone from strength to strength. It's fantastic. I think it's got to be 6 years ago now. I was going through power attempts in Hereford, training place, trying to find work, and then they found me a work job and decided to work here for a while. Obviously volunteering. Started off as a work placement, then moved on to volunteering. Just for the simple reason being, I realised once I got here, I actually wanted to be here. Do you know what I mean? It was something I wanted to do. I think I saw something in me and thought, right, we best try and make some space for him. And I think I started off on 2 days paid, but carried on volunteering for the rest of the week just to help out as much as I could. And from then on, it's just gone from strength to strength. I mean, through the last 5 years, I've gained more days. I've built up to full time. I've had God knows how much training on site and off site. I can now do first aid, pat testing. I need this job. I need to support my family. Because halfway through working here, I had a son, and that sort of centred me on growing up a bit. And I'm a different person when I'm happy. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm happy to be at work. So they get the best of me. Yeah.
I think I enjoy working with wood. I've always enjoyed some DIY work. There's a great variety of things to do here in terms of restoration work, whether it's stripping and polishing or refinishing, and use of a number of tools which you wouldn't really be able to justify at home. So I think, from my perspective, the judgment as to whether it's a good job or not is whether you'd have it in your own home. And I like to think that the things I worked on, I would be happy to own them and use them rather than them being disposed of, you know. So I think you have a standard which you work to. And there's lots of people here who've got lots of different skills and they're happy to pass them on. So you improve your skills and you're also making a contribution. So it's a way of putting something back into the community. Lunchtime we often have a walk up into Ludlow town and go around the Renaissance and sort of pick out pieces that we've either worked on or we've seen come through other people have worked on. And generally I think the people are, the scheme is the people, isn't it, basically? There's lots of facilities, there's lots of resources here, but the people are the scheme. And without them and without the camaraderie and the laughs and the jokes, etc., there wouldn't be a scheme, would there really? And you need something like that to encourage people to volunteer. Most people come for a day or half a day. And I guess the retention of volunteers speaks for itself, in so much that people would vote with their feet if they didn't feel they were valued or didn't feel they were appreciated or didn't feel they were doing something worthwhile.
Well, there's two different kinds of volunteers we have here. One, you get your traditional volunteers, which is normally people who have retired, so they've got a lot of spare time there and they just want to give back to the community, and that's your traditional volunteer. But the other volunteer we have a lot of younger volunteers that have come from either county training, from the job centre, and these are people who haven't been in work and they're struggling to find work. They're normally got confidence issues and the self-esteem and everything, and what we find is down here, because of the team we run, we take anyone under our wing. It's normally lads. We get a lot of lads from county training. What we find, within a matter of 2 or 3 weeks, lads that wouldn't say boo to a goose. They're actually confidence coming back when they are going for job interviews or they're doing anything else. Because they've got the confidence, they're actually getting jobs. And when they come here, they're taught all about health and safety. They're taught about manual handling, how to go out in the van. So they've got a vast range of experience they get and knowledge from being here, which really, really helps them in finding work. What I find personally for me is that you get a lot of people coming in who they've been given a few chances, but they haven't really taken a grasp. And what I find with a lot of the younger lads, they haven't got any ambition or they haven't got anything in life they want to do. I find if they hadn't come here to have that first shot of being in a work experience atmosphere, they'd probably be in the same position for the next 3 or 4 or 5 years and wouldn't really have a clue what to do. So what I find, they come here and they get the experience, and then personally, you've changed their life basically. So when they get a job, they can start earning and progress and do and they can always come back and volunteer in the future, or we'll always help them out if they do need furniture and they're struggling. But what I just find personally that they, you're basically changing people's lives. They come here, getting the experience, and they have got a shot.
Everything we have in the shop is donated. Okay. It all comes from donations. And the range of donations is quite amazing. The quality of the books that come in is quite amazing. I thought it was very important that a bookshop was available in Craven Arms. I think, children come from school and they want to find a reference books, they want to find out something they've been asked to research and study, and not every child has got access to the internet. That's coming here and find a book is very pleasurable. And if you start at a young age, you're creating a reading environment that somebody's going to enjoy for the rest of their lives.
I'm a great reader. When I was a child and a teenager, the only things I ever wanted was a book for my birthdays. So this is like heaven, working here.
And we're also providing a service now where we're helping the new scheme that the furniture scheme is getting involved in, where they were trying to help youngsters who will find it difficult to get placements. And so we're an outlet where a young person could come in and get used to being in the public eye, talking to people, and hopefully it will encourage them to go on to greater things. And as social services are squeezing libraries all around the country, I think that these small independent shops and the charity shops are probably the only ones that are going to be providing a good range of books in the future. But I also think we perform a bit of a social role. We've taken over from the post office, where people come in and they sit there and they have a little chat and they wait for the chemist to open, and it's great fun. You feel as if you are providing a social service to the community, and that's important. I think it's important to be able to put something back to the community. It took us a while to get people to come in. We started off with about 6 or 7 of us, and now we can get anything up to 20, 28. We've even had 40. It started off with soup and crusty bread, and that was 5 years last January. It's easy to cook the same thing, so then I decided that, I could do a cottage pie for the same price as what it was costing me to do a soup. So next thing, we did a cottage pie, and it went down very well. Chili con carne, we do lasagna. Now we mostly do cakes afterwards, but occasionally if there's fruit coming from the garden, we'll do a gooseberry fool. As you see, I've got a load of rhubarb, so we'll have a rhubarb crumble and different things,
Well, like I help Marilyn, like when I like when it's baked potato time, you know, like I sort of grate the cheese and that, because apparently I'm very good at grating cheese. Apparently I'm the queen of cheese grating. And
I just come and help. I just asked if they wanted any help, and I just come and help, and I do whatever Marilyn says. You know, I'd like to come. I just look because Marilyn's friendly and everybody else is friendly around here, and I like coming here, and yeah.
Where else can you go and get a meal and a piece of cake for £2?
I came to Rock Springs about 5-6 years ago, and I was actually a terrible mess when I came here. My husband had left me and blah 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 and all that lot, but I had a breakdown, and somebody introduced me to the gardens. They really did help me. Well, I know they helped me. Having somebody like Chris coming in and just cheerful and talking to you, and all the girls in the office, and you'd have your lunch here, which is another lovely part of working in the gardens. You get your lunch free, so you sat there, so you met other people, and it just gives you the confidence. You need places like this, because if we haven't got places like this, what happens to people like me? I'd stayed in the house and I'd have got worse. I couldn't do anything until I came here. I couldn't even tie my own shoelace. I was like a zombie. They saved my life. Like I said, I was a mess. And I came and I worked with a lot of other people in the gardens, and just enjoyed it. And I learned how to plant seeds and grow things, and it was brilliant. And it's a wonderful community around here, and it's so beautiful up here. It's not just the gardens, it's the view you get. And just to sit up there sometimes, just a cup of coffee and a few friends, and you just sit there and you have a chat, and you look across the countryside, and the peace. It is the peace. What would it give to me myself was giving me my self-respect back, because I was in a mess. And now I went from doing the garden, and I became manageress of a shop. Well, I never expected that 5 years ago. And now I work for a care firm, and I go around looking after other people. So what the gardens have given me, I'm trying to give back to the community.
We have a vast array of people who come through the doors here, and it's not just people who are on benefits and need help. It's from all walks of life, so we get all sorts coming through. But what we do offer, people who are on low incomes and on certain benefits, as long as you're getting entitled to benefits income, and they can have 25% off any item that's in the shop. So obviously it makes a big difference to them saving money. And I think they come down a lot because they got good customer service, and they have good relationships with the staff and everything. And most people come, they're always repeat clients. It's people who are coming back and back and back because they like the service, like what we do, and they get a lot of reasonably priced furniture.
A double bed, double mattress, and a wardrobe, please.
I liaise with the customers either over the counter or by telephone or email, confirm details about deliveries, accept donations, just liaise with the customers really, try and help them out and keep the ball rolling really, keep it going as smoothly as possible. I think it makes a huge difference. I mean, I myself have furnished the place that I've been living in with stuff from down here because I'm on a low income, and I found it's really helped. It's much easier, and there's some really good furniture goes out for really reasonable prices. The referrals come through various organisations, chiefly South Shropshire Housing. It helps people on low income, or someone who's been referred from another area, or someone who's been put into emergency housing, whatever their situation is. We help set them up. They give us a list of what they require, whether it's for one person, two persons, three, or sometimes even four persons. We help furnish the place and get them started, just so that they've got somewhere to sit and somewhere to sleep. And it helps get them back on the ladder. It helps furnish their place, and it gives them a boost.
Yeah, we get a lot of referrals from the Women's Refuge, and these are people who've been obviously through domestic violence, and they've been in the refuge for quite a few months, and now they're ready to start up again and do it. So we'll sort out referrals for those. There was a chap who lived in Bedstone, and there was an awful fire there, took out 2 or 3 houses, and in the process he ended up losing his wife, which basically left him with absolutely nothing, and he was in a travel lodge for about a week. The housing association got in contact with us to see what we can do, and we ended up giving him basically a whole referral package, but we did it free of charge. And got him set up, so as soon as he had this furniture, he can come out of the travel lodge and actually get back in with the community and be around people. There's a lady who's got very bad depression, and her daughter suffers from depression, and she's got a lot of problems, and they had to move to Ludlow to be close to local transport and everything, and there wasn't any help out there for it whatsoever, so we ended up moving her whole house over to Ludlow. But we moved him in, and now we didn't charge for that either. But it was one of them very special cases where we felt we had to. We couldn't just walk away from that, and that's what we do. And now, as far as I know, they've been in the house for about 6 weeks, settled in, and they've got a much better shot of achieving what they need to do.
So whilst you might have thought that we were just about furniture, now you know we're a whole lot more than that. www.furniturescheme.co.uk, working hard to improve the quality of life of disadvantaged people in South Shropshire.